How's it going, everybody? It's Frisbee Moonsong here. Yow! And today I've got interesting news. So as you know, I ended up moving all the way to the Eastern Cape, where Yu-Gi-Oh has not been a thing from what I've seen. But recently, in the last weekend, I managed to go to a local tournament. I have been going to the locals for the last about 3 weeks. I know I haven't posted anything because I have not had Wi-Fi at home for the last couple, more than a couple of days, actually, over a week. So yeah, I haven't been able to unfortunately post anything, and a lot of my videos do tend to be time sensitive. For example, information about like cards that are currently relevant, and I guess information about the worlds and what we're gonna expect, and obviously that's already happened, so I couldn't really post that anymore. But now I wanted to talk a little bit in this video about, is Yu-Gi-Oh actually growing more in South Africa in more spaces than we think? And from my experience in the last weekend, I noticed that a lot of the Eastern Cape, and I know this will be more a video for people who are in South Africa, a lot of the Eastern Cape Yu-Gi-Oh players have been pushing up there. We just need someone to get them into that zone of being able to play in these nationals and regional events that are actually happening in South Africa, like we have in Cape Town, in Johannesburg, in Durban, and now Eastern Cape has been growing. I've seen that in Port Elizabeth now there have been shops that have been opening up. People have been branching out franchises to there, and now in East London, which is where I went to, there is a store called Linked Solutions. If any of you remember, there was a store called Experilab about in the early 2000s that actually used to run tournaments, and the same person opened up a new store called Linked Solutions and has started running Yu-Gi-Oh events again. So this is something that you guys can consider looking into. Anyone in the area around East London, maybe in the Bishu area, Kromne, King Williamstown, or in anywhere in the vicinity, maybe even Port Elizabeth or Quebec as it's now known as, you're welcome to start building with us now, because we had a local tournament and we had 20 players, which for a local tournament in the middle of what I feel is nowhere, that's really big, considering I used to go to locals in Johannesburg and Cape Town, and we were averaging about 14 to 15 players per locals, which is not bad. I mean, that's pretty good, and we're happy with that. And if we can constantly get that here, we can actually make Eastern Cape really a lot bigger in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh, and in terms of popularity, with being able to build these sort of love that people has for board games and card games and things like that. And it's really exciting to actually appreciate something like that in this small space where you thought nobody did, and see more people who love it just like you. And I've even spoken to people who are close to the area who want something like that, who need something like that, and they would if they had access to it, but I think the knowledge of it is not there. So for those of you who are interested, there is Linked Solutions, which is at the Bay Collective in Beacon Bay. They have their casual locals there every Sunday from 12 p.m. to around about 6 p.m. And there's also food and stuff over there that you can buy for yourself. But please do go there. It is an opportunity to maybe make Eastern Cape another location to have a states championship, national championship, regionals, OTS championship, maybe even eventually have our own South African YCS, and start actually building up a name for South Africa, because there's a lot of really good players in South Africa who have done some really amazing things. I mean, Jesse Cotton is from South Africa, come on. And Eastern Cape has already won like one nationals. I mean, you know, so we still got a chance. And for those of you who know, I'm originally from Eastern Cape, so it will be interesting me being here right now to bring stuff back. So yeah, check it out. I'll put the location in the description below. Any other stores in the Eastern Cape, please let me know. I will be happy to talk about you and give your information out there, because I think this is very important to not only boost you, but grow the Yu-Gi-Oh community so that we can actually have bigger events, more support, and more interest from Konami on this side, because we really have a really good, strong player base and a good opportunity to grow as a community and be recognized. So yeah, let me know what stores you guys go to in the description below. If you are from Port Elizabeth or anywhere in the Eastern Cape, let me know and send me the details for that. That would be amazing. I always have my email address in the description below, so you can send me that and I will be posting it on my next video. And the next video you see from me hopefully will be a ban list reaction, so be ready for that. So shout out to all of you who I met at the event on Sunday. Appreciate all of you guys. Thank you to Monroe, the owner of Lincoln Solutions, for the event. It was really a great experience and good to be back at locals after so long. So thank you guys. And from me, Frisbee Moonsong, I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers guys. Yeah!